My lovely people, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's class, we are going to be learning how to cut 1440 degree flare. That is 360 or full circle in 4 places. Flare has this way of eating fabrics, right? When cutting it in our fabric, it has this way of eating our fabric. So in this class, we are going to be learning how to fold our material so as to save time and our material as well. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. Alright, so let's get down to it. So the first thing to do is to know where you want to place your flare, right? If it is at the waist, or you want to use it in peplum at the sleeve area or the down part, you have to know the measurement of where you want to place it. So for example, now if you are placing it at the down part of your blouse to make it peplum, you have to measure here all round, which is what I have done. So I measure it and I have 40.1. So let's use my measurement now as example. So with that 40.1 now, we are going to do some calculation here. So we have 40.5 rather. So 40.5 divided by, because we are cutting 1440, we'll divide it by 32, and this will give us 1.26. So I'm going to cut the circles open so that I can join them together to form the 40.5 for me, and the seam allowance for me to join them, I still need to put that in consideration. So because of that, instead of cutting 1.26, I'm going to be cutting I'm going to be using the radius of 1.5. So whatever measurement, if it is your waist is 30 and that is what we are using, and you want to cut 1440 degree flare, you need to use the measurement of where you want to place your flare on, divide it by 32, the amount you have. If you don't want to open it, like you don't want to have excess, you want to have it exactly, you use that same amount you have to use for the radius. But if you know that you want to open it up, then you need to add a little inches on it in order for you to join all your pieces back. So here now we have 1.5 as our radius, so that's what we are going to be using. Then you also need to know the length of your peplum. So whichever length you want to use, you also need to mark it down as well. So now I'm using 1.5 as my radius. So calculate your own, then whatever amount you have, that is what you are going to be using as your radius. So now, how to fold our fabric so that we don't waste our material. This is my fabric here, or I'm going to use this to demonstrate it first. So let's imagine this is my fabric. Now the first thing I will do, I will fold this into 2. I'll fold this into 2, right? You just measure the length, what you want of your flare here, plus your radius. So measure it. So you fold it into 2 times 2, then you fold it into 2, then you fold it into 2 again, and see what I'm doing here. That is into 4 now. Then you turn it this way and fold it into 2 again. That is folding it now by 3 now, right? Then you fold again. Now this is folding it in 4 now, right? So this is it now. I fold it in 4 places. Then you fold it as if you are cutting scarf cut, right? So you fold it like this again. You fold it scarf cut, just as I fold it here. So with this now, you now measure your radius. You measure the radius of your flare, right? This way. Let's say for example now we are using 1/2 inch. So you measure it this way. Then you from this radius now that you've measured, then you come down your length, the length of your flare. So let's say this is now the length of the flare. Then you curve it very well like this, right? So now let's cut this out now and see what we have. So this is it now. So by the time you open it up this way, you'll be having your full circle. This is a full circle. That's 360 degree. So you'll be having it in 4 places. So you see now that it has saved time. Instead of you cutting one first, then be placing it on your fabric and be cutting it in 3 places again or 4 places again, you just cut it once. So you have saved time and you have also saved your material as well. So this will now help you to just cut it at once. So this is 360. So what you do is that if you want to join it to your peplum, or you want to join it to somewhere that you need to open it, you just have to open it on one side, right? So with this now, you can see how it is. So then you open all of them and join them at the side that you open them, right? So I'm just using this as an example now. So you just join them like this. So by the time you join it this way, you iron it, you'll be having your circle one like that, and it will give you a spiral full flare, right? This is very easy, guys. Just practice it with your paper like this until you understand it. Then you can now transfer it to your fabric. So that's what I'm going to do now on my fabric here. So what I've done here is that I want to cut the 1440 degree flare and cut my lining at the same time. So now this is the way you do it. I just fold my fabric now and also fold my place my lining and my fabric together. So I place them equally, right? So what I will do now, I will fold it into 2. I will be folding my fabric into 2 with my lining. So in this way now, I'm cutting both lining and fabric at the same time. So it helps me to save my time, right? So I'm going to be placing them together. I make sure you pin it very well so that you don't have any shortage at any angle, right? So you fold. So here is it. I've already folded it. So I'm having equal edge here and equal edge here. So you can see that the lining is inside. So I fold it into 2. So the next thing to do, you fold again into 2 again. So that's what I'm doing now. I will just fold this again into 2, and I will make sure that I also make it equal here. So I'm going to pin it again all through so that I will have 4 fold now. So this is the first one we fold, right? This is the first one that we fold, right? Then we are folding again the same direction. So in this side now we are having 4, right? 2 folded side here and 1 folded side and 1 unfold side on this side. That means we have folded it in 4 now. So I'm going to pin it now through. Make sure you arrange it, pin it, use your pin with it. So here is it now. I've already pinned it, so you can see that it's equal on both ends now. So this is it, right? And this is it on this other side too. So this is perfect for me now. So remember, we have folded it in 4 places, so you can count yours. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after folding it this way now, the next thing to do now, you remember we have been folding it this way since. So what we are going to do now is to fold it this way now. So we are going to fold it into 2 this way, into 2 equal half, right? So this is it. So the same thing, I'm going to pin it here too. Make sure that it's equal. Then I will fold it again. So you see now, I'm having a round shape, right? 4 corners, right? So this is what you should have after you finish folding it. So go ahead and pin it very well, and make sure that you are removing the pin as you are folding, so that when you want to cut it, it will not give you.
So guys, after this my video went off,
right? So
and
after
I was
folding
not
it
able
this way,
to record all
then
the
you fold it
process
again.
on how I cut it. So you can go ahead and use your measurements and follow the paper illustration that I made earlier. Please practice first with your paper, because there's a way you will cut this and you'll be having pieces on it. So you need to practice before placing your scissors. And looking at this, I sewed this without adding crinoline or stay. If you want to have a stand effect, you need to add stay or crinoline, or even add the two at the same time. You will have a full stand effect. This is the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. God bless you. And if you want to see how I made this short collar top, please check it up on the channel.